Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans all over the world. You're welcome to this channel where we'll give you back-to-back information of how we are restoring Biafra. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has been going around doing a lot of work. This was one of his trips to the European Parliament. This man just totally destroyed the whole European Union, telling them the truth about the atrocity committed against every other race in the world, especially when Europe puts a blind eye upon what is happening in Africa. Recently, after the election election or selection of Tifnumbu, the European Union said that the election was rigged, and the same European Union, which Germany is the most powerful of those countries, last week came down to Nigeria to come and do business with Tifnumbu. You can see the contradiction they made. They said the election was fraudulent. One of their key influencer of European Union still came down to Africa, Ghana and Nigeria, and was still planning to do business with them, despite they confirmed that this election was rigged. You can see how crazy the Western world is. You can see how crazy the European Union is. You can see how crazy the Caucasians are. They can be so... You think they have every element of truth in them, but they are all criminals just for their own benefits. I want you to spot some of them are a bit still reasonable, like where you have some of our brown skin race too. Some of us are a bit reasonable and understand what is right. Some of them have the strength, have the audacity, and nobody can stop them. They will speak, and they will speak the truth. I want you to listen to one of them speaking out the truth to the parliament.
Prime Ministers, 2 minutes of truth, of bitter truth. And the bitter truth is that the European Parliament has done a lot of damage in Europe. It has been sending a false message. It represents the European demos. There isn't, and there won't be any European demos. The Parliament infected Europe with shameless partisanship. And the infection became so contagious that it spread to other institutions, such as European Commission. The Parliament has abandoned the basic function of representing people. Instead, it has become a machine to implement the so-called European project, thus alienating millions of voters. The Parliament has become a political vehicle of the left to impose their monopoly with their fierce intolerance towards any dissenting view. No matter how many times you repeat the word diversity is becoming an extinct species in the European Union, and particularly in this chamber. The Parliament is a quasi-parliament because it rejects the essential principle of parliamentarism, namely accountability. The deputy, let me remind you, is elected by the voters and must be accountable to the voters that elected him. Not so in the European Union. The idea that, say, Spanish, German, French, etc., deputies accountable to their own national electorates can dictate something to, shall we say, Hungarian society or any other society to which they cannot be held accountable and which cannot take them to task is simply preposterous. Call it what you will, but democracy it is not. To sum up, the parliament represents the demos that does not exist, works for the project that ignores reality and law, shuns accountability, turns its back on millions of people, and serves the interest of one political orientation. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case.
Yes, you heard it all there. Minute of truth, bitter truth. That is how it started at the first thing and started tackling every angle of European Union. How they have done it to political gains for their own selfish interests. This is why I love Samuel Ekpa. He said, we will not wait for them anymore again. We have done everything and they're taking blind eyes. It's time for us to do it. That's why it went through the process of armed struggle this time around. And if it's not for armed struggle, they will still be killing us like the one Wike did in River State years back. And he will still continue to do havoc more, if not for the armed struggle we started giving them now. They were killing us day and night. They were killing the youth. Wherever we protest, they kill us. But now that we are now fully armed now, they can't try it again. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa just opened another new liaison office in the Middle East. Everywhere all over the world, they will feel us. They will see us. This is what is called Biafra. It's spreading like a wildfire. And as we catch up every part of the country, every part of the world, every part of the continent, we feel the heat of Biafra very soon. I want you to kindly subscribe to this channel, click the notification button, and like this page. Thank you very much.
Acknowledging the job that a highly trained Biafra Liberation Army, internationally trained, in case they don't know, because they've been wondering who are those guys. They are internationally highly trained Biafra Liberation Army with many years of experience. In case you don't know, Biafra land is safe, protected. Nobody will come there and kill and go free. We have overpowered them. The criminal politicians know.